Hello, welcome to Lefty Crochets and Mirror Knits. My name is Stephanie and this is the January 2026 WIP report. As you can see, I'm surrounded by project bags. That's because every year after I empty the frog pond, as I did beginning of the month, I start all the things. Now, not all of these are new projects. Some of them are older projects that I worked on. And well, I'll just start at the top because I don't want this to take a long time. This is, I'm calling the 48 Hours Blanket. This is inspired by Jill of Fiberfloozy Crafts. She's doing a cowl that is color work. And when I saw her pattern, her stitch pattern, I was like, I could do that in crochet, and started it. Stash yarn. This is some old mill ends. I got it at Joann's, I don't know how many years ago. The white is Red Heart Super Saver that is a partial now, even though it's big. So there's one start, one blanket. You will see a lot of blankets. Bring on the blankets. Number 2 is not a new project. This is a hexagon blanket that I started last year after a tutorial from Carrie Penny of Happy Crafty Homemaker. So this is her solid hexagon, just making it bigger. Almost done with the first. I've got one more. This is going to be a baby blanket that I will donate to the local pregnancy resource center. The yarn is a Hirschner's. I don't know exactly the name of it off the top of my head. The ball band is somewhere else. Number 3 and 4 down in front, in a basket that I made some time ago using a Red Heart Super Saver, I have 2 Americana themed blankets. The first one uses discontinued Red Heart Stars and Stripes in crochet. The second one, knit for the Stars and Stripes. The crochet one is using I love this yarn in the colorway Old Glory. This one I can buy more of if I need to. Stars and Stripes, I have no idea how many years ago it was discontinued. So the few I have is what I have, which is why it's knit, because the knit lasts longer. Or goes further, I should say. Next, from behind me, this is my oldest WIP. Can it get finished this year? No, because it is a large, worked in the round scrappy blanket. I have a couple full skeins in there just because they were onesies that I kept bypassing anytime I wanted to work on it. So it's like, okay, you need to leave my stash, you're going into this. You can see lots of colors. It's going to have more. It's probably going to take me another 5 years to finish. Next is another current WIP that got a little bit of work on. This is a knit small baby blanket. I only have the one skein, so one skein is what it's going to be. And I have started the decreases. So this is over half done. This will be finished this year. And this is a Clarence yarn bee that I got a number of years ago. Next, not a blanket. This one is a scarf that I'll be making for charity. I've passed the halfway point. I've added about 3-4 inches. Let me bring it closer so you can see the locking stitch marker. I'll move this up to show where I am for the next time. Next one is a new cast on, is a blanket. This is actually Garter Squish, a free pattern by Stephen West. Yes, that Stephen West. It is 2 strands of worsted held together. I'm using a size 13, I believe. Yes, size 13. It is a Lion Brand Pound of Love that I got clearance from Joann. and an I Love This Yarn print clearance from Hobby Lobby. I've got a full blanket worth of both of them. Next project. Also a new blanket. This is using Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek DK Low Pill clearance on size 8. This is a cubics. This is going to be a slip stitch texture blanket, but you can see it's barely started. This is what I do in the beginning of January. I start everything, give it a start, and then I'll work on it throughout the year as I work on it. Next, a project with a story. This is a knit blanket. I actually started as a mitered square blanket, finished it, didn't use it very often, realized I needed a longer blanket. So I picked up stitches along one side and I'm doing a simple garter stitch back and forth. So this blanket is now going to be a bigger blanket. Almost finished with one skein. This is Universal Yarns. It's a Spirit Stripes, blue and green. If you said I must pick a sports ball team, these are the team colors. Sorry guys. And in the same spirit, that team is still playing in the playoffs, so I started a crochet shawl. This is the Red Heart version of blue and green spirits colors. Don't remember the name. I think it's discontinued now. Next is a project. I made a bunch of corner to corner squares, hadn't put them together, sat on the shelf for over a year. Well, with the blanket challenge to have 26 blanket WIPs in 2026, I said, the time. And I figured out a way that I could make a square to join them together and realized today that I don't like it. So I'm going to be actually frogging these two. These are the two from the joining color. And I'm just going to join the squares together. Probably double crochet, single crochet, something, don't know yet. But this square is going to get frogged. These are going to be reused. Which means that could get finished this year. Next, new blanket. In the round, you can see a lot of stitch markers. That's because those are my increases. I do not want to have to think about counting, mathing, paying attention to where my increases are. I'll just use stitch markers. When I get to the stitch marker, put an increase in, go to the next one. So there's a circle. Using I Love This Chunky, I've got one skein of this colorway and I think a 1 and a partial or 2 and a partial of a gray colorway that'll be the outside. So baby blanket, or maybe a little bigger, but it will be donated to the local pregnancy resource center also. And the idea for that came from, you saw this bag 2 weeks ago if you saw that episode. The sparkle blanket that I frogged, I said I'd be coming it back as circles, and it is. I have 3 skeins, so this is going to get bigger, which means I need to get stitch markers into this for the increases. But this is just going to be around and around and around until it's finished. One more blanket. Next, I was getting this is yarn that was in a project, got frogged. I was looking for this colorway, and when I reached in the back, I found crochet hook stuck to one of the colors, obviously saying, hey, you're going to crochet this colorway with this yarn. So I started a fingering weight superwash merino blanket. I'm doing it with an oval. Don't know how long this is going to take me. I have this colorway, you can see white with the colors. I have these same colors with a gray background, also with a black background. Whether I'm going to use those and do a white to gray to black, don't know yet. Depends on how long the white from this bag lasts and how much more I go. Because I have no idea how big I want this blanket to be. 3 more. I have another blanket. This is a blanket or sweater quantity of Cascade Yarns. I think it's pronounced Elysian, 60% superwash merino, 40% acrylic, that I bought on clearance from a local yarn shop years ago. I've tried to work it with a project, didn't work. So this is the same yarn, different pattern, and I'm just going to go with a back and forth blanket. Why not? Next, in the theme of Happy Birthday USA 250, I've started another. This is going to be stripes of red, white, and blue. Yarn is Lion Brand ZZ Twist. A lot of it bought on clearance from Joann's. I have already figured out a stripe sequence. I have enough to do equal stripes of white, red, white, blue, white, red, white, blue, all the way through, ending on a white. This is actually a purse that I bought specifically because it had outside pockets large enough to hold a skein of yarn. Finally, final project. This is yarn that I called from the project that I called the Problem Child. Finished frogging that, adding, this is the color that inspired the oval blanket. This is another garter squish, again, Stephen West. The 3 strands held together. Don't know how long this is going to take me. The yellow is going to be the constant. I have enough of this for the entire blanket. This superwash merino and this rainbow rhapsody will be alternating colorways most likely as I go. And that is 19 works in progress. Most of these you will not see every month. Once in a while, yes, 1 or 2. Okay, I will have 5 WIPs a month, at least, because that's just the way I do it. Work a little bit on it, eventually they get finished. Thank you, Amy, for the 26 in 2026 challenge that inspired me to start all these projects. This is going to make a very nice dent in my stash when they're done. This is Stephanie for Lefty Crochets and Mirror Knits, and I'll see you next time.